So on a day where Tattooed Chef is down 4.27% off the back of the Kroger news, you've got Palantir, it's down 3.9% off the back of pretty much no news, and you've got Celsius Holding, it's down 9.30%, again off the back of no news. I'm reminded of something that Peter Lynch said in one of his talks, and I've got the quote here. He says, "As I look back now, it's obvious that studying history and philosophy was much better preparation for the stock market than, say, studying statistics." So with that said, I want to take you guys back to 1999, and this was a particular article from Barron's, right? It was titled Amazon.bomb, okay? Amazon.bomb, love the headline there, so obviously it's a play on Amazon.com, but Amazon.bomb, I want to take you through this article. I want to take you through the breakdown of the article and how they were pretty much bashing Amazon despite the business doing really well. They were bashing Amazon. Take a look at the charts of Amazon at the time and how the share price and the stock actually reacted to that article. And then, of course, I want to take you back to the 1999 annual report for Amazon.com, because there's some key lessons that we can learn that will help us prepare for this current market condition that we are in. Because realistically, who knows how long these institutions and hedge funds will continue to play this game where they're only buying mega caps and pretty much killing off small and mid cap stocks. So with that said, I hope you gain some value from this video, and let's go back in history. So imagine yourself being an investor in Amazon, right? An early investor in Amazon, and then you see Barron's, which is still reputable, right? Even to this day, they're still a reputable finance magazine. But essentially, you see Barron's, they've got a headline, Amazon.bomb, and it was published on May 31st, 1999. And it says, until a few weeks ago, investors couldn't get enough of Amazon.com. So you can almost picture Amazon.com being a retail investor stock. So you can almost liken Amazon.com to Tattooed Chef, Palantir, or Celsius Holding, or any other retail investor stock that's on the market right now, Corsair Gaming. Essentially, at that time, investors couldn't get enough Amazon.com, all right? And, you know, the article went on to say that maybe it's because of the story behind Amazon, whereby, you know, you had founder Jeff Bezos did what many people only dreamed of. He chucked a high-paying, stable job to become his own boss and seek his own fortune as an internet pioneer. So this was their criticism, right? They were indicating that Amazon was worth a remarkable $39 billion, and Bezos' own stake was worth $13 billion. Now, I had to subscribe to get the full article. I ain't got time for that. So I found this article that actually summarized Barron's points. Okay, so in 1999, Barron's published a cover story titled Amazon.bomb. It argued that the company was overvalued. All right, imagine it. Imagine Amazon now, but at the time, they were saying it was overvalued and the stock price would eventually come crashing down. So you're an investor in Amazon. You've seen Barron's publish this scathing article calling it Amazon.bomb. They're saying the stock is overvalued. And at that time as well, Barron's had a lot of influence. So imagine Barron's being the CNBC of our time, essentially, I guess you would say that. But you can imagine that. And they said the stock price would eventually come crashing down. And if you go back to the stock price at that time, it absolutely did. So 1999, you would be buying around the top at $113 a share. And from 1999 all the way down to 2002, the stock came crashing down. So maybe you bought in at the top and you saw it drop maybe 30%, and then you buy the dip, right? So you buy the dip maybe at $80, so that's 28%. You buy the dip, and guess what? It keeps on dipping, right? So it went from $80, it dips lower to $60. You buy more dips, and you see it dipping again to $40, and it keeps on dipping to $30, $20, and it dips all the way down to $6. Crazy, like absolutely crazy. So the argument from Barron's was that Amazon wasn't making any money, right? That was the argument back then. So the question now remains, like, how do you survive such an onslaught? Okay, so the stock dropped pretty much a total of what, 94% from when you were buying it. Like, how do you carry on holding a stock like this? I mean, And bear in mind, at the time, the company was only getting better. And I've got an interview from Jeff Bezos that confirms this. Let me play that for you now.
Your stock at one point, I think, went to $100, but then it went down to $6 or something like that.
At the peak of the internet bubble, our stock peaked somewhere around $113.
Okay.
And then after the internet bubble, busted open, our stock went down to $6. It went from 113 to $6 in less than a year. My annual shareholder that year starts with a one-word sentence, and that one-word sentence is the word ouch.
So most of those internet companies of the dot-com era are out of business.
Yeah.
You survived. What was that made you to survive, and virtually the rest of them are gone?
That whole period is very interesting because the stock is not the company and the company is not the stock. And so as I watched the stock fall from 113 to 6, I was also watching all of our internal business metrics, number of customers, profit per unit, everything you can imagine, defects, etc. Every single thing about the business was getting better and fast. And so as the stock price was going the wrong way, everything inside the company was going the right way.
All right, so you heard what Jeff Bezos has to say. Now, I went back and I wanted to look at the actual report for itself. And if you look at the recap of 1999, okay, so Amazon's sales grew from $610 million in 1998 to $1.64 billion in 1999, which is a 169% increase, okay? But not only that, they also added 10.7 million new customers, increasing cumulative customer accounts from 6.2 million to 16.9 million customers in a single year. Madness, all right? So the percentage of orders placed by repeat customers grew from 64% in the fourth quarter of 1998 to greater than 73% in the same period in 1999. Now, bear in mind, this is at a time where the stock is tanking. So you're reading the annual reports and you're seeing Amazon growing at insane rates. They're adding millions and millions of more customers from a year-over-year perspective. But yet, the stock carries on tanking. There's a disconnect, a huge disconnect between the company and the stock. And Jeff Bezos said it himself, the stock is not the company and the company is not the stock. Now, I want to share this important part from the report of 1999, all right? So, what do you own? So this is Jeff Bezos talking, right? So, at a recent event at Stanford University, a young woman came to the microphone and asked me a great question. I have 100 shares of Amazon.com. What do I own? All right. So I love his reply. I absolutely love Jeff's reply. He says, I was surprised. I hadn't heard it before, at least not so simply put. What do you own? And he answered, you own a piece of the leading e-commerce platform. The Amazon.com platform is comprised of brand, customers, technology, distribution, capabilities, deep e-commerce expertise, and a great team with a passion for innovation and a passion for serving customers well. And if you think about Amazon right now, that's exactly what they are today. Okay, so we begin the year 2000 with 17 million customers, a worldwide reputation for customer focus. Fast forward 21 years later, and of course, they are still customer focused. The best e-commerce service software and purpose-built distribution and customer service infrastructure. We believe we have reached a tipping point where this platform allows us to launch new e-commerce businesses faster with a higher quality of customer experience, a lower incremental cost, a higher chance of success, and a clearer path to scale and profitability than perhaps any other company. What a reply from Jeff Bezos, a guy who is customer focused, a guy that had a vision. And his vision was to use this platform to build Earth's most customer centric company. A place where people can come to find and discover anything and everything that they might want to buy online. Now, bear in mind, this is a time where Amazon were predominantly selling only books. So this is way before Amazon Prime, Amazon Films, Amazon Movie, Amazon Ring Doorbell, whatever it is. This was when they were selling books. But he was painting his clear vision for shareholders at the time that their goal is to be a place where people can come to find and discover anything and everything that they might want to buy online. Fast forward 21 years later, since he wrote this vision clearly, That's exactly what Amazon is. I've pretty much ordered everything from Amazon. This microphone, my books, this ring light, even this webcam that I'm recording off. Most things in my house I've pretty much ordered from Amazon.com, but he made it clear here. Now imagine being a shareholder at the time and you're seeing the stock falling. The only way you're going to continue to buy the dip is if you paid attention to this man's vision. If you believed his vision and if you believed that he could execute, then you would have dollar cost averaged lower and lower and lower because you know what you own. And Jeff Bezos put it on a plate as to what you own, being a shareholder of Amazon at the time. And it'll be very interesting to find out whether this woman still owns 100 shares of Amazon, because she will be stinking rich right now. And that's the game. All right. So that's the game. And, you know, we all know where Amazon is right now. So when I look at Tattooed Chef down 4.2%, when I look at PLTR down 3.9%, when I see Celsius down 9.4% on a day like today, I ask myself, do I know what I own, right? Do I know what I own, and do I know the vision of these companies? And I have an understanding of the vision of these three companies. And this is why on days like today, I am nibbling even more. Because take me back to Amazon, and if I bought around here and it's dropping, but I understand the vision, I understand the CEO, I understand the vision of the company, I understand the opportunity of the business, I probably would continue to be buying more. You know, at a certain point, I'll probably stop, but I would still be buying more and holding. We've got to be prepared to go through something like this. But eventually, the stock rose. Amazon continued to execute. They continue to deliver. And they are where they are today. So I hope you gained some encouragement and some comfort from today's video. Again, look back in history, study history to be able to get through moments and times like this. The stock market doesn't only go up, and sometimes the fundamentals, the financials, it does not matter. You know, it doesn't matter. Amazon was doing all the right things and still carried on dropping. And that's just the name of the game sometimes. That's all I have for you in this video today. Please make sure you smash the like button if you gain any value. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.